Hello everyone, this is Direwolf20 and welcome to episode 13 of Direwolf20's FTB Skies Let's Play series. Today, plan is to get RF power up and running, apply the energistic system basics down, and hopefully all kinds of fun stuff. So the first step will be to throw some fuel into these guys, and that shouldn't be too bad because we should have a decent amount of charcoal. Now eventually this will be exported from the AE system, but for now we're just going to have to manually fuel it. We could obviously laser IO it or half a dozen other ways, but there's really no point in going too crazy, right? And then we've got flux ducts, which I'm pretty sure there's only one tier of flux ducts in thermodynamics. I think so. Because there's fluid ducts, there's flux ducts, and then there's windowed fluid ducts. There are servo attachments, but I think that's probably redstone flux limiter. That's cool. I think these are only for like fluid output. I think the way the new power system works is that it basically can transfer an unlimited amount of power from point A to point B, and it's really the inputs and the outputs that determine what can go in and out. But I'm honestly not 100% sure. So from here we should be good, if I'm not mistaken, to smelt up some skystone blocks and get that ME controller. Boom. Dun 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 dun. Quest complete. That's what's cooking. Now that we've got the AE controller, we are ready to roll. What I'm thinking is we'll probably... So I've got the Feral Flare Lantern kind of centered here. Maybe we have another kind of, you know... We know we're going to have to deal with channels and all that, right? So we should be prepared for that eventuality. For now, we'll just do this. Man, these flux ducts feel really good. I like the feel of them. I don't know how to describe it in like words, but they feel good somehow. Now what I'll probably set up is over here. We'll do a run to what'll be our inscribers. And between episodes, I finished crafting the 5 advanced inscribers. And I might want to laser IO my way towards automating them briefly. Though, don't the AE2 advanced inscribers, like, they're like smart-ish or something, aren't they? Like, you don't need to laser IO them? Is that right? Am I remembering that right? I feel like I'm remembering that right. We'll see. Alright, so the inscribers are in. The power's in. We should look at making a crystal growth accelerator. Let's try that out right now, just so we can see what that looks like. So for a crystal growth accelerator, we need some of this, and it looks like glass. And some iron. And we need quartz glass. Oh, I already put that away. Thought I still had some. I lied. So quartz glass and a crystal growth accelerator. Sweet. Alright, let me remember how these work. Alright, so in total now I have about 3 flawless budding Certus quartz. In theory I can go fly around the nether, and I haven't even explored the overworld yet, but I assume there are islands similar to the nether, kind of, you know, all around that I can go fly to, and there might be loots on them. We'll go check that out at some point. But I can always fly around the nether and get more of these Certus quartz deals. So I'm debating, where do I want to put this now? It's something that's going to be fully ignored once it's up and running. So I'm thinking maybe, oh, and are elevators in this pack? That's a good question. Good, there are. Oh, there's another thing called a Rod of Elevation. Teleport yourself or the target entity up to the nearest surface above. Oh, that's kind of cool. That's kind of cool. It's like a click, boom, go up type of deal. It would be neat if you could, like, shift-click and go down. Wouldn't that be cool? I don't know. But I should add elevators to my to-do list. I need lots more wool. I really need to, like, make that mob farm do something other than just passively spawn passive mobs that do nothing. I should really, you know, turn on some kind of farm there or something. Ugh, one of these days we'll get to it. Or we could have, maybe what I'll do... See, wherever I put this, I have to make sure, like, this is where it's going to stay forever. And I hate that, but it's a thing I need to think about. All right, a little building gadget action later. And we should be actually a lot better. Nice. All right, so down here, I wonder if I can just get power straight from an inscriber. That would be kind of cool. I think I can just, like, run cables right down here. I don't see why not, right? Like, it should work. Right? And then we could have this guy just chilling here. And a little bit more. And then you could sit, you know, maybe wherever, right? Like, we could have one here. We could have one, like, on each side of this thing in reality. Or we could just have, you know, one, and then we automate the breaking of it with some kind of breaker dude. I think we used cyclic breakers last time, didn't we? Is that what we used? Block breaker? Something like that. Yeah. Or we could do this. I wonder if there's a way I can, like, filter this guy. I might be able to for one of these. But for now, we just want to get it growing, right? So I'm going to go ahead and put that down. And remember, the flawless one will never degrade. So he should start growing lots of Certus Quartz crystals. And then eventually, like, he'll never degrade into just a block like the other ones do. Perfect. So now while that's growing, we can go get some other work done. So let's look at what we have here. We should get these guys set up. So you will be, I usually do calculation, or do I do gold first? I think I do logic, then engineering, then calculation, then silicon, and the last one will be the combine everybody guy. And I'm not going to automate these too much just yet. I think I'll do it like I did in my Let's Play, where I just have the crafters on them. But before we get that up and running, what we should do is look at what we want to get next, which would be we wanted a drive. So are there the good drives in this one? Ooh, yeah, I think there are. 1K ME disk drive from AE Things. Deep item storage disk for dummies. Should we start with a 16K? Because these are the drives that work very much like refined storage drives, but for AE. So you don't have to deal with, like, the number of types thing. So I think this might be the way to go. So let's get an ME drive. Let's get one of these. We just need 2 netherite ingot, which, if I remember correctly, we have a healthy-ish amount of in one of these 2 chests. I know we got a bunch of netherite armor type things, but yeah, look, netherite ingots. There you go. Beautiful. Actually, a real lot of netherite ingots. Holy cow. We've got plenty. We are flush with netherite. That's cool. All right, so we'll get that. And then we want the terminals, right? So we'll want, probably to start with, we at least want a crafting terminal, and that'll be a good start. All right, so let me get all that crafted. The main thing we need is this, which is just going to be some calculation processors and a bunch of logic processors. So I'm going to go make the amount that we need and then come back when they're done with the crafting. Oh, and check this out. Hooray! Also, don't forget, fortune applies here. So throw fortune on your tool if you want to get more. And I'm going to go ahead and stick another one of these on this side, and that'll be just that much cooler. And I'm going to try something here that might be cool, actually. If I get a pulverizer, and just temporarily, I'm going to put you there. Put all this clean up inventory time. And I wanted this. So this is going to be a little bit of a test. You ready? So remember, the cardboard box from Mechanism lets you move tile entities, right? Which means I could literally, like, do this and that, and then boom, right? And he's going to store everything. So can I do the same thing with budding Certus, the flawless one? That might work. I'm not sure, but I'm willing to, for you all, test it. Right? So if you break this with a pick, it's going to be bad times. But if we cardboard box it, can we move it? Yes, flawless budding Certus Quartz still. So there's your trick. You can use the cardboard box to move budding Certus. Well, that's a cool cool dude, right? And if we want, we could just like put it right there. Right? Now these two sides will compete with each other, but that's okay. We'll still get it on the top sides and bottom, but that works. Pretty cool. Still a net gain. Not the most efficient way, but it works. Hey, that's a neat trick, right? Alright, back in a sec. And to make life easier on myself, I threw some acceleration cards into this last one, so that we would be able to craft a whole bunch of stuff all at once. So much better. Unless we're having power problems. Oh my goodness, we are. Wow, that used a lot of energy. How much are you guys all producing over here? Are you draining that much? Really? Those advanced dudes use that much power? Energy generation is 60. Wow, 120 R of a tick. Yeah, we are actually burning through all this dynamo power. That is something I was not prepared for. Not even a little bit. 180? How much are we using here? Are we really burning that much power out? Are the advanced inscribers that much RF drain? Like, I know this guy I overclocked like crazy, but... what are you using now? Alright, a bit less. I guess those advanced inscribers are pricey. Alright, if I'm not mistaken, I actually decided that the 16K was easy enough to make that I should make the 64K instead. So let's do that. So I just need 4 more glowstone. And we should be good to make the 64K storage component. Sweet. Which is now going to go towards the deep item storage. Storage for dummies. That's me. I am dummies. So you guys and 2 of you. And then this extra stuff can get put away. And we should have, not a 16, but a 64K deep storage drive. Nice. Now, I'm pretty sure I can still shift-click this to get the casing separated from the drive, so if I decided I wanted more, if I needed more at any point, I could, but I think 64K is probably... or did it go better? What was it? Oh boy, so deep... so there is a 256K deep storage. Sweet. Which is, you know, multiple 64Ks. So there is one more tier above that I could use if I wanted to. Cool. All right, and then an ME drive, good to go. And now we want the crafting terminal, which is going to be, that's right, a bunch of this stuff. All right, let me get that crafted too. All right, I think I've got stuff. So let's run this dude. How about there? Does that look like a good place to run him? And then for the disk drive, I'm going to plop him next to this guy. Okay, and then you can... nope. Pop out of the ground here, and that's where I'll put my crafting terminal, and... hey, we have printed silicon. Nice. Because I think that's in the... that 55 printed silicon is in here. Because I think these guys make themselves available. Where is 55 printed silicon sitting? Now I have no idea where they are. Where is 55 printed silicon? Oh, you know what? It probably it got pulled in because they auto eject into the system, right? So there was 55 printed silicon in one of those dudes down there. Now, where's the thing? That's not what I want. Why does this feel small to me? Doesn't it feel small? Maybe it's just my imagination or what I'm used to. But yeah, hey, that's, if I'm not mistaken, an AE system. Sweet. Now we would like to have a external storage bus. Is that what it's called? Yeah, ME storage bus. Let's get one of those cooked up. That shouldn't be too hard to get. We just need some of you and some of you, and you go back. So that's easy. We're going to want 2 of these. And a little bit of slime. If I don't have any extra, I can always do the cactus thing again. I think I only need 1. Sweet. Okay, we'll do this here. So the ME storage bus, piston times 2. One of them will become a sticky, and then that's cool. Now you I probably want more of. More than that. How about quartz? How are we doing on quartz, by the way, since we added that automation? Quite good, 1.17k nether quartz. You know, it's cool. You just set up a system and then you walk away for a little bit and you're doing other things, and suddenly you've got such a comically large amount of it. There we go. Trying to make the right balance here. Go ahead, do the thing. Thank you. All right, so a few more of these, please. Now, if I put these and these in here, that would be cool. And now we want to get this guy attached to the storage controller. Ideally, we want the priority to be like 1,000, right? I always just go with like a huge priority on my storage controller because I always want it to be like, you know, this is the first place you insert stuff. Sweet. If we ran this way, is there a wrench for AE2? I assume there is. I know it looks a little silly, but then it's both sides are running kind of adjacent to, which I think looks good, the power cables. Nice. Okay, cool. Now we can just simply, let's just test out this, right? So 769, and I throw these guys in here, and they should high priority, 879, perfect. Cool. So anything for which we have a drawer, it will go into the drawer. Anything for which we don't, it'll go into the disk, which is essentially what we want, right? So now let me put all this stuff away. All cleaned up. Look at how nice and neat that is. And then I can just do this. And then everything gets cleaned up. Look at all this junk that we have to clean. It's always a good day when you get to break your chests and dump everything into a giant AE system. That is kind of like, I mean, it is super cool. I remember when Applied Energistics first came into the modding scene, and it was at a point where it was like, I thought I had seen a lot of what modding was capable of doing, and then Applied Energistics came out, and it took me like maybe 10 minutes or so of just messing around with the mod to be like, oh, this is a game changer. This is cool. This is gonna change how things work. Yeah. Speaking of, I have a bunch of ores that I should go. What I'm gonna do is just put them in here and let them get processed like any other ore would. So we can just clean up what is now far less of a mess. Sweet. Perfect. All right. So now we should look in here, and this is my trick usually. Let's sort by the number of items descending so that we see the most items first. Then, for a moment, I'm going to break this cable. And if we look in here again, we'll see there's not a whole lot. There's clear glass, that's fine. I just want to make sure there's nothing in here that should be in a drawer, at least at this point, right? Eventually we might put things like endstone in there if we automate it, but overall not terrible, right? So then we can reattach you with the high priority, and we're good to go, right? And again, testing, right? 1.4K. We dump these dudes in here at 1.7K. Nice. All right, back in a few. All right, I've now reset up this guy down here so I can get more charged service, which hopefully won't take too long. I don't think you can tick accelerate this guy either, right? I would assume not. Yeah, see, he's still... Yeah, definitely not. You know, for a minute I'm like, hey, why did my thing stop working? Oh, right, I put 0 time and effort into a stable RF system. And we ran out of charcoal. That charcoal that I manually placed inside those Stirling engines, because that's the stage that we're at. So do I want to export this, or do I want to... I think export bus should be fine for now. Oh, no, that's the wrong export bus. This export bus. 1, 2. Oh, this is so much better. Oh, it's so much better. And then some cables, and then some charcoal. Oh, it's so much better. Might be enough cable? You know what we could do? I should get the wrench for this guy, but yeah. This will save me an inch or two of cable. Cool. And then charcoal, all the things. Works for me. That'll keep us powered at least for a little bit until we get like a proper refined storage thing. But clearly I'm trying to do things a little bit differently in this playthrough than I have in previous ones, where, you know, I'm being a little less, you know, high-tech and crazy. Like, I really enjoyed the crate stuff, and I want to do more with that if I can. But for now, let's get more of this. Excellent. And then I'm going to want to crush half of it into dust, which is quite good, because the next thing I want to try and make is a ME terminal, right? That would be neat. Now, obviously, we're going to need to do better by power gen, right? Like, these guys are going to... Yeah, it's going to be a thing real quick. We might have augments. I don't know, actually. Did we get a couple augments? We have one of these dudes. And we're going to have to do, like, the whole Invar doohickey. We'll figure it out. Let's get this, because I think I can right now. So what I want is 8 of these. Oh, yeah, I turned all my Certus into charge Certus so I can make Fluix. Alright, again, I think I can make 8 of these. 7 in total, in addition to the one that I just did. And then a wireless doohickey needs a little bit more Fluix dust. We'll do 16-ish of it. And then a receiver. So there's your access point. We're going to want another one of these. And remember, we can go farm Endermen in the Nether if we need to. Get more Ender Pearls. And then you. And then just you. Sweet. All right. And then you just need to be attached somewhere. And then we probably want the range add-ons for A2. What are they called again? Oh, it's an orange memory card. They're boosters, right? Is that what they're called? Wireless boosters. Okay. And a wireless booster needs an ender dust, which we can inscribe or 1-to-1. We can crushing or we can milling. How are we for ender pearls? We have... I could probably get 4 of them without feeling completely irresponsible. Data collected 0 out of 6. Faulty. So if I go kill 6 Endermen, then we can get hostile neural networks up and running sooner than later. Look who came to visit. Sneaky, sneaky. Alright, so I'm getting Scriber U4. That'll get me 8 wireless boosters. That'll be a good start. And we can just stick you, like, right there with that. And then this guy needs to be linked. Do we link it like that? I forget. Oh, we need the security terminal, don't we? Isn't that how we wirelessly link it? Do we still need to do it that way? The ME security terminal? Yeah. Let me make one of these real quick. So I need a little bit more Certus. I love how much of that I get in one go. Like, I just need a stack and it's already waiting there for me. So good. 16x is 9 of these. Cool. My math is correct. That should be enough. 4x. 16x. And then I just need the ME chest, which just needs a terminal. I'm glad I made, like, extra of certain items so that it would be easier to craft all this. Yep, I think this is still the way that we link these guys. Nice. Okay. Then he just needs a little bit of power, which we can get via some charcoal. Nice. Looking pretty good to me. Okay, now that's a curio, so I can go into my wireless terminal curio slot, and usually controls keybinds. Open wireless crafting grid. That one? Hooray! It works! Nice. That is cool. That is cool. Alright, so sort order, descending, and full height terminal, and we have wireless access to AE, my friends. That is what's up. That will make my life so much easier. So how about we wrap up the episode here, because I think it's about wrapping up point. But now we have wireless access, and just for giggles, let's see, how far does it reach? About this far. So that's not terrible. I mean, it won't be too long before we get nether stars, and we can make it infinite range and all that good stuff. But we definitely need to get RF better. I would like to do more with Create. There's a lot to do. So for now, let's wrap up, and we'll come back next episode to get started on some of that. So for now, Del20 signing off. Hope you enjoyed the episode. Take it easy.